Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Much has already been said in this debate, so I'll keep my points short. I am incredibly disappointed that Redcar and Cleveland found itself in Tier 3 on the back of the national lockdown. However, what's made the consideration even worse was seeing that London was placed in Tier 2, shielded from the harshest of restrictions. And I would be grateful if the Secretary of State could answer why in his summary. My constituents were rightly confused by the implication that they were more likely to catch Covid on Redcar Beach than on the Tube in London, or more vulnerable on Mask High Street than those who will flock to Oxford Street tomorrow. That being said, there is hope for us, and I want to see us move down the tiers at the review on the 16th. In Redcar and Cleveland, our cases are now down to 140 per 100,000, meaning the number of cases have more than halved since the original tiering decision was taken last week. So provided our numbers remain comparatively low, there's no justification for keeping areas like mine in these high restrictions beyond the 16th. What I fear is these tiers fail to represent the differences between our communities. I represent two towns, Redcar and Eston, and a number of villages, and our decisions on tiering must reflect that, particularly when population density is much lower and people don't travel nearly as much. And behind the tiering system are the support measures we've put in place, and I think my right honourable friend, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, has done an amazing job in what he's achieved so far, and today's announcement for hospitality is certainly welcome. But for our pubs, and in particular our wet pubs, who are not likely to open in many parts of the country till February, we need to consider the real societal impact of losing these community hubs if we don't provide the right level of support to help them reopen when the fog lifts. And I urge the Government to look at what further measures they can introduce to help these pubs get through this difficult period of time, such as cutting alcohol duty and VAT exemptions and re-looking at thresholds once the national restrictions lift. And finally, while me and some of my honourable friends may walk through different lobbies later tonight, at least we're making decisions. I think it's incredibly shameful that once again the Leader of the Opposition has chosen to sit on his hands and abstain on such an important decision. And far from new leadership this Christmas, we'll see another version of the silent night. Madam Deputy Speaker, this is the last hope, the final stretch before we reach the vaccine, combined with mass testing, and are finally able to get our lives back to normal. I will vote for these restrictions tonight, but we have to demonstrate that our areas can move down between the tiers, and I look forward to discussions with the Secretary of State on how we can achieve that for Redcar and Cleveland.